Hi everyone, welcome to Smart Semesters Java playlist video number 18. In the previous video we discussed about typecasting. As I said, in this video we are going to discuss one of the most trickiest data type related question in Java that is asked in most of the interviews. And this is that code snippet. We declared a class called demo and it has main method where we assigned value 127 to a variable a of data type byte, and we are increasing its value by 1 and storing the result in the same variable and trying to print its value. And what type of questions we can expect over this code snippet is: first question, what will be the output of this code snippet? If you don't know range of each data type, for sure you will say 128, because 127 plus 1 is 128 basic mathematics, and that 128 will get stored in A, the same will get printed. But no, 128 is not the answer. Second question they can ask is, will this code get compiled? If you know the range of byte data type, it is minus 128 to plus 127. So you are trying to store 128 out of the range of byte data type in a variable A. If you know that range value, you will say no. If this code does not get compiled, what will be the error? This can be the third question. Let's compile and see what will be the error. Let's compile the code. Here you can see error, incompatible types, possible lossy conversion from int to byte. So what is this int? We have not declared any variable of type int, but it is saying incompatible types, possible lossy conversion from int to byte. By default, Java is assigning int data type to the result after calculating a plus 1. But why? This is an expression, a plus 1. Expression is a combination of operators and operands. Plus is an operator and a and 1 are operands. The combination of this is known as expression. If any expression has more than 2 data types, by default every integer will get int data type and a is of byte data type. If an expression contains more than 2 data types, JVM will give prefer to the larger data type, and the data type will get assigned to the result that gets calculated. Here, after calculating 127 plus 1, 128, that result will be of type int, because in this expression the larger data type is int. So we are now storing int data type in a variable of type byte. Of course, byte is only 1 byte and int has 4 bytes. We can't store 4 bytes of data in 1 byte. That is what compiler is saying, incompatible types. And we know typecasting. If you don't know, you can watch video number 17. With the help of typecasting, we can convert this integer into byte data type. Since we are converting larger data type into smaller data type, we should explicitly say to the compiler that please convert integer into byte data type. And this could be the next question. If this code gets compiled, what will be the value of a? Since we are converting integer into the byte, most of the people will say, of course 128, because 127 plus 1 is 128 and 128 is getting converted into byte, and since a and byte are compatible types, 128 will get printed. Let's see. Since we have changed the code, let's compile again. Now there is no error. Let's execute this code. So we are getting minus 128 as output. How? Because every data type in Java has a special property known as cyclic property. We know the range of byte -128 to +127. What if you explicitly typecast any integer into byte and forcefully storing that value into the byte data type? What JVM do is 127 and you are adding +1. It will go back to -128. So 127 plus 1 will be 128 -128. That is the reason why JVM is printing -128. If you change it to 2, Ctrl+S, we have to compile it again. No error, and we should execute it. So the output is -127, not 129, because after 127 +1 will goes to -128 and +1 will goes to -127, and this is the output shown by JVM to us. In this way, if you explicitly typecast a larger number into a smaller data type, every data type will follow cyclic property over their range values. And you can ask, why I am showing this example in Notepad, why not in Eclipse? As discussed in video number 9, there are more advantages while using Eclipse. If you run the same code in Eclipse, it looks like this. As I said before, during typing itself, our code gets compiled. So when you are storing a+1, it's of type int in smaller data type, it is showing a red mark here. If you hover that red mark, it will show type mismatch, cannot convert from int to byte. ఈ విధంగా మనము కోడ్ని టైప్ చేసేటప్పుడే మన కోడ్ గెట్స్ కంపైల్డ్ కాబట్టి we can rectify our syntax errors so fast, and this is not available in Notepad. నోట్ప్యాడ్లో మీరు ఎప్పుడు ఈ కోడ్ని చూస్తారు? ఎగ్జిక్యూషన్కి వెళ్ళేటప్పుడు చూస్తారు. సో టు అవాయిడ్ దట్ అండ్ టు సేవ్ అవర్ time, we use IDEs. And these are the two important points which we have to keep in our mind while dealing with data types. If any expression has more than 2 data types, larger data type will be assigned to the result. And then short, byte, char data types will get promoted to int data type before operation is performed on them. Meaning, either you declare short variable, byte variable or char variable, first they will get promoted into the integer data type, and then over that value operation will get performed. Comment section, I have posted 2 more trickiest data type related questions. You can go through them without seeing the answer. Thank you.